like to know what it means.
All right. It says the Renaissance was a period in history. Well, this is explaining it to you right here. The Renaissance was a period in history when many different things intersected: art, music, science, philosophy, math, and more. I don't even know what that
sounds
means.
like today.
Was that the
I
math
think
of
this is
music?
the new Renaissance. Are we in the new Renaissance right now?
Well, obviously not, because it's not the Renaissance age. That's
Well,
already long
there
gone
could
and
be a
past.
new Renaissance,
Can
like the
there be
New
another
Deal. Well, that's not
We're
like
not
the
going to
New
talk
Deal at
about
all.
the New Deal again.
That's all I know about.
I gotta stop this. We need to
That's
go
where
to
my
the last
intellect.
one here.
That's where my
Oh,
intellect hits
Lord.
the ceiling.
You and Roosevelt are
FDR.
in a cubby together.
Let's talk about FDR for a while.
We're not talking about FDR. That's ridiculous. Then the number one way to become the most interesting guy, according to AskMen.com,
I would really like to know what this is. The number one way
is keep developing yourself. The most important thing you can do to become a more interesting guy, the kind of guy women love to have in their lives, is to invest in developing yourself. Read books, attend workshops, whatever it takes. Get to know yourself and develop all of the different aspects of your life.
I believe that. I like that.
That's like the old saying: you have to know and love yourself before you can know and love someone else.
I like that because for those who don't know, I recently started college, and the amount of information that I've taken in the past few months has made me a completely different person.
For those
a more interesting person. I have more things to discuss, and I think that's probably that deserves to be number one.
And for those of you who don't know, this is exactly why he keeps bringing up the New Deal and FDR, because he learned that in school.
Well, I enjoy learning new things. I enjoy the things I've learned because most of my life I haven't known shit except for baseball, a little bit of football, guitar, and that's about it. And drugs, which I don't do anymore, but I did.
Well, we will be talking about drugs later on.
And sex, but you know that's stuff that everybody knows about. So I'm very excited to learn about new intellectual things and have new conversations.
You can go to school for human sexuality.
Yeah, well,
they have a human sexuality class. You can learn sex in college.
And the last radio show that I had, I did a segment with a guy who was very intellectual. He read at least a book a week, and he knew everything about everything. He'd never been to college. He was Army, almost straight out of high school. And he was just one of the smartest people, aside from yourself, that I've ever known. And I did a segment with him, and he talked the entire time, and I had nothing to say in response whatsoever because I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And he was just looking at me, staring at me, talking about politics, and I didn't have shit to say. Well, now I do. And that's why I'm so excited about it. Because now I can communicate. Now I can respond to things like that.
Well, I can go on about my theory of dimensional relation to religion.
I don't know what the fuck dimensional relation is.
And I don't think anybody listening knows what the fuck it is, and that's why I'm not going to talk about it, because I don't think anybody has.
So that was our top 10 ways to become the most interesting guy.
Yes, according to AskMen.
I don't know if I would say top 10 ways to become the most interesting guy. Maybe more interesting guy.
There was only about 3 good ones in that whole list.
That's true. There was only maybe 10, 9, and 1.
Yeah, that was awful.
Well, anyways, I guess that's going to be our 10 ways to become a more interesting guy, and we'll see you right after this one. This is Ronnie P, and this is Scary D with a DP show right after this one.
I hit stop right before you said that whole thing.
Oh. Thank God, because it was. We'll have to fill that in later.
Hold on.
There was only like maybe 10, 9, and 1.
Yeah, that was awful. Oh, wait.
You stopped it too soon. Oh, okay. We'll see what happens here. 1.
Yeah, that was awful.
I'm going to bring it back and see. Maybe we should stop it around here somewhere, because it kind of dragged on there for a second.
No, wait, hold on.
I'm the most interesting guy. Maybe our top 10 ways to.
That was what the fuck it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Talk about it, so I don't think anybody has.
So that was our top 10 ways to become the most interesting guy.
Yes, according to AskMen.
I don't know if I would say top 10 ways to become the most interesting guy. Maybe more interesting guy.
There was only about 3 good ones in that whole list.
That's true. There was only maybe 10, 9, and 1.
Yeah, that was awful. I like that. That was awful. And then crash, bam, with the window crash.
I don't know. I think that's a bad place to end it.
I love that.
Because it talks shit about your segment. I think that's psychologically a bad place to stop.
It talks shit about the list.
I don't know.
The list was entertaining. It was entertaining as fuck listening to us talk about the list, but the list itself sucked. It was bad advice.
I think you should stop it after I say the top 10 most ways to make.
Top facts. I don't think anybody has.
So that was our top 10 ways to become the most interesting guy.
Yes, according to Ask.
I don't know if I would
See,
say
there's no
top
break
10 ways
there.
to become
It's
the
all
most interesting guy.
meshed
Maybe,
together.
More interesting guy.
There was only about 3 good ones in that whole list.
That's true. There was
Yeah,
only
that
like
was
maybe
true.
10, 9, and 1.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, that is pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay.
Okay, I gotta find that crash again.
Well, don't do the same crash every time. Fucking mix it up, man. You don't want to make shit boring.
Wouldn't that be confusing though
Repetitive.
to a listener?
No, hell no. You can do whatever you want on the fucking the lead-ins or the what's it called the.
All right. Wait.
Now you can do an animal sound. You can do whatever the fuck. An explosion would be good. You have to put it in before you can listen to it. That sucks. A jackass sound would be good.
We got 20 minutes already. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. We're putting it in right about Let's see how that goes.
Guy, maybe more interesting guy.
There was only about 3 good ones in that whole list.
That's true.
That was a
only
bad
like
segment. I
maybe
really
10,
fucked
9,
that one up, dude.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I like that, but fucking bring it back just a little. I mean, bring it forward. Yeah, no, it was too far, dude.
No,
9, 1.
Yeah, that was awful. Yeah, it was.
No, that was.
I need to bring it back a hair.
Okay.
Just a hair. Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna import.
Now,
audio.
you know what I don't like? I don't like ending it right there. I think you should put in another one and say, well, this was the. We're gonna be like put in something else there. It just cuts off too quick. Or just say something.
Hold on.
Listen to this song and we'll be right back. Or no, introduce a song. Play a song. Okay, so it says, this is awful. Well, here comes the and we'll see you right afterwards. Something, you know? It just cuts off too quick.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
like
think
it.
of a good way to put it.
Well, pick a song first and then
Yeah.
introduce the song.
What song?
Fucking pick one. Pick a rap song, dude.
Pick a song. Eminem? I got a song.
Oh, hell, well, something that people don't hate, but something that's not like on the radio every day.
Yeah, I got a song.
Oh, I got a song.
What?
Girls of the world ain't nothing but trouble.
I don't have that song.
Well, you pick one and then introduce it. I'm gonna pick. Who let the dogs out?
I'm trying to find.
We're an underground radio show, so we gotta have fucking underground music that people don't get to hear normally.
Yeah, I got it.
You know, you put on like some.
Yes, I got it. I got it.
Some Busta Rhymes that's never been on the radio.
Okay, here we go.
Some Sex Pistols.
Oh,
So
that's
we gotta
great.
have
I got a loud flush on my audio track here. Thank you. I had to
Oh, that's
delete it.
good. Oh, well,
Oh.
good flush is good.
Well, because I'm finishing off the segment.
Well, whatever.
And this is Soul Position with the right thing to do. And then,
No, you can't do it like that, dude.
okay, what am I gonna
Because
do?
you cut off, you said, "Yeah, that was horrible."
All right. Whatever.
Well, anyways.
you promote. You do it. I'm gonna. All right, ready?
Well, what
Tell
is
me when
it?
to hit record.
What is it?
Soul Position, the right thing to do.
Well, hold on. Let me get my groove. Okay.
Go.
Well, that may not have been the right thing, but this is Soul Position with the right thing to do. We'll check you out right after.
All
Redo it.
right. How about? Well, we got your Soul Position coming
No,
up.
I got it.
All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Well, that may not be the right thing, but this is Soul Position with the right thing to do. We'll check you out right after.